James Yarko of the 813 here talking about my best player props for this weekend between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the San Francisco 49ers. And there's a lot to choose from here. Everyone's excited about the return. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people are excited about the return of Christian McCaffrey, whether you're a Niners fan or a fantasy football player. But here are some player props that I think are going to help you win this weekend. First and foremost, Cade Otton over 57.5 receiving yards. He has had over 70 receiving yards in 3 consecutive games, and he's looking for the 4th consecutive game with 8 or more receptions. Otton is going to get plenty of opportunity. He's going to get plenty of the target share as he has since Mike Evans and Chris Godwin went down. Easy money with Cade Otton getting over 57.5 receiving yards. My next one, Baker Mayfield, over 13.5 rushing yards. There's only been 3 times this season where he hasn't hit that mark, and it may only take 1 rushing attempt. We know Baker is going to take off and run if he has to when the pressure starts to close in and there's no one open downfield. And when he finds a lane, he's going to pick up chunks in a hurry. Another easy one where Baker Mayfield is probably going to have to be running away from players like Nick Bosa and Fred Warner, racking up some rushing yards. George Kittle, plus 800 anytime touchdown. This is another one that seems way too obvious, but Kittle has a touchdown in 5 of the last 6 games. The Bucs are 30th in the NFL defending against the tight end. They've given up a touchdown to the tight end position in 3 of their last 5 games. George Kittle has been the safety valve for Brock Purdy all season long. The Bucs leave the middle of the field wide open defensively. George Kittle is probably going to be finding pay dirt at least once in this game. And then here's a double shot for you. Both Baker Mayfield and Brock Purdy over 1.5 passing touchdowns each. That's the line for both of these guys, over under 1.5. Both defenses have struggled this season against the pass. The 49er safeties are susceptible to the deep ball. The Bucs may not have Evans and Godwin, but they do have speed. They have guys like Trey Palmer, Jalen McMillan, Marquez Callaway, Rakim Jarrett that can get over top of those safeties and be open for explosive plays. Then, of course, when the Bucs get down into the red zone, into the 10 zone, you have Cade Otton, you have Ryan Miller, you have Bucky or Rashad that can take a dump off to the house at any given moment. Baker Mayfield should have no problem getting 2 touchdown passes in this one. And then on the flip side, the Buccaneers' red zone passing defense has been in shambles for over a month. George Kittle, the return of Christian McCaffrey, you have Deebo Samuel, you have Juwan Jennings, you have these big red zone targets that Brock Purdy is going to be able to exploit. Seems way too obvious that both of these quarterbacks are going to get at least 2 passing touchdowns each. They're both going to have ample opportunities to get the ball to their playmakers in the end zone. So those are my player props for this weekend's game between the Buccaneers and the 49ers. Make sure you keep everything tuned in here at the 813.tv.